Sup guys, HK here, bringing you a review on the latest Naruto Shippuden episode. I've lost count what the number was, 400 something, we'll just go with that, yeah? No, 462, there we go, see, I got a memory of an elephant there. Yeah, I haven't done past reviews for the last two episodes that came out, so apologise for that, been very busy, and mostly just because I've been waiting for this filler to kind of wrap up so I can just give my overall thoughts on it. Obviously, this doesn't mean this is the end of filler episodes. We're probably going to get more later on, but I'll go into detail about that afterwards. But yeah, let's talk about the previous episodes. I thought it was good. Honestly thought it did a better job than the manga ever could have hoped to have done. I mean, this went into fucking detail with these characters. It gave us quick, explainable, what's the word for it? Reasonable motivations for why Kaguya did what she did. So that was great. But yeah, the Kaguya episode itself, just freaking I think it was freaking awesome. Just the brutality of the episode, like seeing Kaguya going all Dr. Manhattan and stuff on the soldiers and shit. That was great. Seeing who the father of Hogoromo and Hamaru was, that was great. Her eating the chakra food, the added additions of new soundtracks for the episode. It was just nice. And again, the brutality. I mean, that chick who got pierced by arrows, I was just like, whoa. It went into some dark places there, really. So overall, good episode, just kind of explaining what Kaguya's thoughts were at the time, what she thought of humans, and the whole angle on peace, essentially, before she was kind of betrayed for stupid, very understandable reasons, yes, on Tenjin's part, but at the same time, just what a bloody idiot. Like, he's very much at fault for being an arrogant idiot. Like, he goes on and on about how he loves her and shit, and then he lets that happen. Though, to be fair, Kaguya killing those people and using those kind of, I mean, a normal person would pretty much be freaking freaked out, but then, there's the whole point of love, right? And if you love someone, you're not going to sit there freaking question it. You're going to be like trying to understand why that happened. And in Tenjin's case, he betrayed that love, he betrayed that trust. So, understandable why Kaguya went in the direction that she did, especially the fact that she wanted to protect her unborn child, or children in this case. So yeah, that was a good episode in my opinion. And then the next episode after that, which was more focused on the Sage of the Six Paths and his brother, that was great. Like Hogoromo and Hamaru, and the introduction to Gamamoru. Seeing that little sage toad there, like, it puts a lot of things into perspective for the whole series. I mean, this sage toad, pretty much knows everything that ever happened, but because he got so old and senile, he pretty much probably forgot everything. And it makes you wonder why he just didn't give all the information to his children and their children, so they could go to the shinobi and tell them what happened. But, that's I guess, what's the word for that? Like, just not be prepared, right? Like, but yeah, overall decent episodes, and this episode was pretty much the best one out of them all. It just kind of tied everything together, everything that we ever knew about the series and these characters. It gave it a good conclusion. I mean, I can't help but feel like these should have probably been films, maybe, like, because like there's a lot of stuff they could have gone into detail with this, but the stuff they did show and do, that was really good. So this episode just kind of starts off with where the last one left off, with Hogoromo finishing his sage training. They then get a message that Kaguya has returned to the land, but they can't contact his brother. So, Hogoromo, he's understandable, he knows what's going on. He's fearing for his brother's safety, so he goes back to see what the hell's going wrong. While he's doing that, he's pretty much evacuating everyone from the land, because he knows he's probably going to have to fight his mom. He goes and confronts her, and we get this great moment with him pretty much asking her where she came from and why she's doing what she's doing, and Kaguya pretty much telling him that she came from a land far away. We know that interdimensional beings, okay? If there's one thing that kind of annoyed me about certain reviews that I watched with the Kaguya episode, I think, was the fact that so many people were going batshit insane at the revelation that these guys were like aliens or something. It's like, dude, this little detail was known to us for like 2-3 years now. I mean, anyone who's read the Data book, Kishimoto described Kaguya and the Ototsukis personally as interdimensional beings. So, it's nothing new. I mean, this kind of storytelling has been done in other stories millions of times, so it's nothing new here. We know that like aliens and shit, or interdimensional beings. So, just chill the hell out. It's nothing to get upset about. Like, yeah, she kind of goes into detail that she came from faraway land. Obviously, we don't see what that land is. Anyway, again, anyone who's read the Data books and stuff knows why she built an army. She kind of pretty much explains this, explaining that she's waiting for the others. In previous episodes, you had her always staring at the sky, waiting for something, and it's not because she was waiting for someone to like take her back home, but she was waiting for people to come and take her back home, but also pretty much kill her and fight her and that. And again, if you've seen Boruto the movie and read the data books, this part of the episode really ties into those in a big, massive way. And I thought this was the best part of the episode. The way it tied into that, she pretty much explains that there are people coming after her, and we get a glimpse of 3 mysterious shadowy characters. 2 of them who, again, if you've seen Boruto the movie, you'll recognize which are the main bad guys from that film. You know, the main Lord Momoshuki dude, whatever, and his bodyguard with big axe. However, there was a 3rd mysterious character next to them, and this dude was not in Boruto the movie, and it can't be the bad guy from the Naruto the Lost, because Tonore was descended from Hamoru, so it can't be him. So I have no idea who this other character is. My best bet is that this was just something they threw in there as an unused design for maybe for a villain they wanted in Boruto and they didn't do it, or it's a hint. It's a hint that maybe this is a villain that's going to be in Boruto the manga. Or it's another big hint that, you know, because anyone who's read Boruto the manga chapter 1 knows that they're kind of retelling the story of Boruto the movie. So it could be a case where that manga is going to go into detail and be a bit more lengthy than the film was. And it could be a case where it's sort of 2 henchmen with Lord Momos, you know, instead of that big dude with the axe, it's going to be him and another henchman instead. So we're getting 2 henchmen and him instead. So that could be a big hint there. I don't know. But there has to be a reason why they threw in a 2nd character like that in there. So it makes you wonder, like, what the hell's going on and what's going through Studio Perry's minds. They obviously know something we don't. So this is obviously some sort of foreshadowing and hint for what's to come later on in the Boruto manga. Or this is another movie or something coming out with this villain. I don't know. But yeah, overall, I like the connections. I like the way it tied into that. And then obviously after that, you know, Hogoromo ends up fighting his mom. You know, he's trying to explain that love is the key, and her explaining that, you know, she had love, she was betrayed by too many people, and she's kind of giving up on that. So again, understandable, and she pretty much goes fucking nuts. And she uses Hamoru, controlling Hamoru to fight his brother, and you get this quick, nice animated fight between the two, and it's great. Until it ends with Hogoromo piercing through Hamoru's chest, and then his Renegon and 3rd eye, whatever, are unlocked because of this action of him killing his loved one. But he uses this scroll that the Sage Toad gave him, which is very ancient, very old, to bring his brother back to life and give him sage powers. So that was great, and you see the 2 of them pretty much going at it with Kaguya. Again, we don't see the details of the fight, you just see kind of the beginning of it and Black Zetsu narrating. And we find out that this fight went on for months and months as the land around them was pretty much being decimated, and the Ten Tails, you know, the Divine Tree turning into the Ten Tails to protect Kaguya and shit. So yeah, freaking great. It's the stuff at the end, like the fact that we get a good conclusion with these 2 characters and Kaguya's arc in this episode. That was the best part, the ending part. Well, I mean, not the ending part. I mean, the part when Hogoromo explains that he's split the Ten Tails into 9 different souls basically, and we see the tailed beasts in their little baby forms floating in these little cool shells, and then Hogoromo takes them within himself, so that's basically him becoming the 1st Jinchuriki, and Hamoru explaining to Hogoromo that he's going to go to the moon to safeguard and will pretty much be with his mom, because while he was being controlled, he saw through consciousness, he saw that she still did love them and that she did all of this fucked up shit to protect them. So, you know, there is still some element of love there, and he decides to go and be with her. During the fight with Kaguya and her 2 sons, when they finally reach her and seal her, you get this weird ass bloody shot basically of this black splodge thing just exploding out, Black Zetsu being born basically. So yeah, that was so random and unexpected, like, so yeah, when Black Zetsu said that she gave birth to him, she literally gave birth to him, but like, I don't know, like, it's horrible. I always imagine it to be something else, but no, Black Zetsu literally came out. You even got Naruto going, you came out of her, it's like, literally, literal baby splat birth, that's what it is. Like a deformed fetus, if you will, that's what it is, But yeah, she gets sealed, he goes to the moon, he stays behind and does his thing, and then the rest of the episode, like the last 5 minutes, is just Black Zetsu narrating bits from the manga. We say the rest of this episode is pretty much canon to the manga, and him going into detail about how he influenced the Shinobi world, how he influenced the descendants of Madara and Hashirama to fight against each other, how he changed the writings on the Uchiha stole momentum for them to think that the infinite Tsukiyomi is the way to peace, etc., etc. Madara losing his fight to Hashirama but biting a piece of meat off. Black Zetsu being there, seeing this fight that whole time. And yeah, just all the other stuff. And Madara obviously putting Izanagi in his eye to awaken him from his presumed death. And yeah, it just pretty much ties everything together. All the plot holes and all that shit are pretty much explained and glossed, you know, just done with. So pretty much the whole kind of story of Naruto Shippuden, all the little plot holes, all the little details are pretty much done with. This episode did all of that. It went into detail, it went into focus, and bada bing, bada boom, done. Finito, finished. That is it. And the episode pretty much ends with the Black Zetsu finishing his story, and the next episode of that will be canon. The episode after that, I don't know if it's going to be canon or not. It's called Ninja Creed, so this one will be in 2 weeks, 2-3 weeks time, I think. Next week is canon, the week after that I think will be 50-50, because the first half will be canon, and the second half I think will be filler, because it's going to cut to the Hokages, obviously, meeting the Sage of the Six Paths. But then I think it's going to go into filler territory with Hagoromo explaining the Ninja Creed to the Hokages. So, which is, I don't mind it, because if it's going to go into detail with Indra and Ashura, then I don't mind that, because I think we need at least an episode or two with these two characters specifically to find out what they are and what they are, because we just know about these characters from what other characters have explained and told about them. We haven't actually seen them, so it'll be great to see those two characters in a flashback or something. But I think that's what's going to happen. But yeah, overall this episode was great. The last two were good. Nice cap off to everything. All the plot was pretty much done and explained with, and now we can just move on with the final battle basically. And yeah, whether Shippuden is going to end this year, I don't know. Hopefully it will, but my assumptions that the rumors of this ending on episode 480, I think are exaggerated. I don't think it's going to end on 480 now. I kind of get the feeling it's probably going to be episode 500 now, because I don't know how long this Kagyo arc's going to last for. I mean, I think they're going to try their best to stretch out as much as they can, but yeah, it all depends, like, what happens with the halfway point, I guess. I mean, with the Ninja Creed episode, I mean, once we're past that, I think it's just going to go straight through. We're obviously going to get more flashbacks, more repeated flashbacks of Obito, Ren, and Kakashi again, because, you know, that moment's coming up very, very soon. And then after that, I don't know, man. I mean, we're obviously going to have to get another opening. The question is when. Is it going to be in October, as usual, or because that last opening was extended to May, that one's going to be in November? Like, I don't know, man. And yeah, can't really say anything much more in that regard. But yeah, good episode. Last two episodes were good. Filler is hopefully done. I doubt it. I'm pretty sure we're going to get filler in 2 weeks' time. But yeah, everything's good. It was nice. It was nice getting backstory in Kaguya. It was nice to get backstory in Hagoromo and Hamaru. Just, yeah, overall, great episode. Great episode. And for all of you Naruto bot fans, whatever, that are, you know, annoyed with fillers, no, give these ones a chance. They're really good, and they pretty much wrap and explain everything up. So for all of you Kaguya haters, this does a better job than the manga ever could have hoped to do. It does a better job than the video game as well. So give it a watch, give it a go, and appreciate it for what it is. And yeah, just enjoy it. I mean, just have fun with it. That's what it was. It was fun. So yeah. Anyway, guys, hope you like that. I shall see you when I shall see you. Comment below. Let me know what you thought if you want. And yeah, I shall see you when I shall see you. Take care and bye. Whatever. Yeah. See, I messed up there at the end. Ugh. Getting tired, man. Good day.